morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. So, student, you all know that we have already completed chapter 6, and today in this video we are going to begin with chapter 7, that is mineral and energy resource. I hope you all are ready with your books and pencil so that you can note important points. All right, let's get started. Minerals. Students, first and the important thing is you must know what minerals are. Minerals होते क्या हैं? A mineral is a natural substance of organic or inorganic origin with definite chemical and physical property. Or you can say it is a homogeneous natural occurring substance with definite internal structure. Now the question arises, where they found? They found in varied form in nature. In rocks also, rocks are combination of particular mineral that are formed from certain combination of elements depend upon physical and chemical condition under which the material forms. Because of this, different minerals have different color, hardness, crystal forms, luster and density. देखते हैं ना हम, हर मिनरल अलग कलर का दिखता है, हर किसी का शेप अलग होता है, टेक्सचर अलग होता है. दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द फिजिकल एंड केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. ड्यू टू दैट every mineral have different texture, different color. Some are hard, some are soft. So we will study in detail about the types of mineral. We all know that minerals were basically divided into two types: metallic minerals and non-metallic mineral. In metallic minerals were further classified into two: ferrous mineral and non-ferrous. And non-metallic mineral are classified into two: fuel mineral like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. And non-metallic minerals like mica, limestone, graphite, etc. All right, so this is the classification of mineral. Now, metallic mineral, classification of metallic mineral, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. So first, what are ferrous minerals? जिनमें आयरन कंटेंट ज़्यादा होता है दैट आर फेरस मिनरल, और जिनमें आयरन का कंटेंट कम होता है वो नॉन फेरस मिनरल होते हैं. एग्जाम्पल फेरस के आयरन, मैग्नीज एक्सेट्रा. नॉन फेरस कॉपर, बॉक्साइड, जिनमें आयरन कंटेंट कम होता है वो होते हैं नॉन फेरस. क्लियर? ऑल राइट. नाउ ferrous mineral. Ferrous minerals account for about 3/4 of total value of the production of metallic mineral. They provide a strong base for development of metallurgical industries. We have already discussed about types of ferrous mineral: iron ore and manganese. First we'll discuss about iron ore. Iron ore is the basic mineral and the backbone of industrial development. India is rich in good quality iron ore. We all know that. Now, magnetite is the finest iron ore with a very high content of iron up to 70%. 70% तक iron होता है magnetite में. That is why this is the finest iron ore. Then hematite ore is the most important industrial iron ore in term of quantity use, but has slightly lower iron content than magnetite. 50 से 60% होता है उसमें. मैग्नेटाइट में 70% होता है और हेमेटाइट में 50 से 60% के बीच होता है. इज इट क्लियर? नाउ, मेजर आयरन ओर बेल्ट्स इन इंडिया. तो उड़ीसा झारखंड बेल्ट है हेमेटाइट आयरन ओर माइंड इन गोवा एंड नाईमुंदी. Dugbastar, Chandrapur belt lie in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. iron ore, all these mine is exported to Japan and South Korea via Vishakhapatnam port. So these are the leading producer of iron ore. Orissa, Jharkhand, all right, Maharashtra. So these are the largest producer of iron ore. Maharashtra Goa belt include the state of Goa and Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. Iron ore is expected through Marmango port. All right. So these are the iron ore belts in India. You can see the state-wise production of iron ore. We have already discussed largest producer Odisha. After that Karnataka. Then Chhattisgarh. Alright, you can see it with the help of this pie diagram. The state-wise production of iron ore. But leading producer is Odisha. Manganese. Manganese is mainly used in manufacturing of steel and ferrous manganese alloy. Nearly 10 kg of manganese is required to manufacture 1 ton of steel. And it is also used in manufacturing bleaching powder, insecticides and paints. This is also used in paints. And Orissa is the largest producer of manganese ore in India. It accounts for 1/3 of country's total population in 2001. You can see the image of manganese if you haven't know how it look. Now, this is the state-wise production of manganese. Again, Odisha is the leading producer. After that, Karnataka, then Madhya Pradesh, and then other states. All right. So you can see the state-wise production also. Now, non-ferrous mineral. We have already discussed what are non-ferrous mineral. Non-ferrous mineral is any mineral that does not contain iron in appreciable amount. Generally more expensive than ferrous metal. Non-ferrous metal are used because of desirable properties such as low weight. Example, aluminium कितना कम weight होता है उसका? Higher conductivity. Example, copper. Non-magnetic property or resistance to corrosion. Example, zinc. So some non-ferrous materials are also used in iron and steel industry. For example, bauxite is used as flux for blast furnace, while others such as chromite are used in making ferrous alloy. So you can see that although the content of iron is not there, but still it is used in iron and steel industries. So non-ferrous mineral are those which have lack of iron content in it. An example of non-ferrous mineral, copper, bauxite, etc. Now we'll study it in detail. Copper. India is critically deficient in reserve and production of copper. Being malleable, ductile and good conductor, copper is mainly used in electrical cables, electronics and chemical industry. You can see Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, all these are leading producer of copper. Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, these are the leading producer of copper. Now, bauxite. Though several ores contain aluminium, it is a form bauxite, a clay-like substance. As you can see, it is a clay-like substance that aluminium and later aluminium is obtained. Bauxite deposits are formed by decomposition of wide variety of rock rich in aluminium silicates. India's bauxite deposit are mainly found in Amarkantak Plateau, Maikal Hill and Plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni. And Odisha was the largest bauxite producing state in India with 34.97% of country's total production. Alright. Now, non-metallic mineral. First is mica. Mica is mainly made up of series of plates or leaves. It splits so easily into thin sheets, and these sheets can be can so thin that thousand can be layered into a mica sheet of a few centimeter high. And mica can be clear, black, green, red, yellow, or brown. And due to its excellent dielectric strength, low power loss factor, insulating properties, and resistance to high voltage, mica is one of the most indispensable mineral used in electric and electronic industries. सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ में लिया जाता है इसको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और इलेक्ट्रिक इंडस्ट्रीज़ में. मिका डिपॉजिट्स आर फाउंड इन नॉर्थ एज ऑफ छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू. हजारीबाग बेल्ट ऑफ झारखंड is the leading producer. In Rajasthan, the major mica producing area is around Ajmer. Nalore mica belt of Andhra Pradesh is also an important producer in the country. So you can find the production of mica in Jharkhand and Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh. It is found. Now, energy resource. कौन से होते हैं एनर्जी रिसोर्स? कन्वेंशनल एंड नॉन कन्वेंशनल. छोटी क्लासों में पढ़ते आए हम कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्स और नॉन कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्स लाइक फायरवुड, कोल, पेट्रोल, cow dung, electricity, natural gas. All these are conventional source of energy. And non-conventional source of energy: solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, biogas, atomic energy. All these are non-conventional source of energy. Now, first we'll discuss conventional source of energy. Now, coal. In India, coal is most abundantly available fossil fuel. There are three types of coal: lignite, low-grade brown coal, which is soft with high moisture content, found in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu, used to generate electricity. Bituminous, most popularly used coal, and where it is used in smelting irons in blast furnace. And next is anthracite, highest quality hard coal. Metallurgical coal found at Damodar Valley, West Bengal, Jharkhand. Important coal field: Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro, Godavari, Mahanadi, Son, Varda Valley also contain coal deposits. Alright, so these are the states which are leading producer of coal. Petroleum found in rock. 63% petroleum comes from Mumbai High, 18% from Gujarat, Ankleshwar oil field, 16% from Assam, Digbai. Oldest oil field in India. Assam Digbai is the oldest oil field in India. Please keep this in mind. This can be asked in exam in one word question. Oldest oil field in India. So you have to mention the name. Either it can be asked in map question also. So Digbai, Assam. Petroleum refineries act as a nodal industry for synthetic, textile, fertilizer and numerous chemical industries. Now, natural gas. Environmental friendly, owing low carbon dioxide emission, used as CNG. CNG, what is the full form of CNG? CNG, compressed natural gas. In vehicles, found in Krishna Godavari Basin, Gulf of Cambay, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Mumbai High. How it is transported? It is transported through pipelines. Hazaria, Vijaypur, Jagdishpur is the longest pipeline that transport natural gas from Hazaria in Gujarat to Jagdishpur in UP. 1700 kilometer. Alright. Electricity. Per capita consumption is considered as an index of development. Hydroelectricity, when we generate electricity by force of water. Like Bhakra Nangal, Damodar Valley project generate hydroelectricity. Thermal electricity by coal, petroleum or natural gas. There are over 310 thermal power plants in India. Now, non-conventional source of energy. Nuclear or atomic energy obtained by altering the structure of atom. Electric power is produced from energy released through this process. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Kerala, are used for generating nuclear power. Next is solar energy. Solar energy is when we store energy from sun and we used it. That energy is solar energy. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight into electrical energy. Largest solar plant of India is located at Bhuj in Gujarat. Madhopur near Bhuj in Gujarat. Now, wind power. Largest wind farm cluster is located in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Lakshadweep and Maharashtra also have important wind farm. Jaisalmer are well known for effective use of wind energy. Now, biogas. Shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste are used to produce biogas for domestic consumption in rural areas. Decomposition of organic matter which has high thermal efficiency. Now, tidal energy. Floodgate dams are built across inland to use ocean tides to generate electricity. 900 megawatt tidal energy power plant is set up at Gulf of Kutch by the National Hydropower Corporation. Now, geothermal energy. The heat and electricity produced by using the heat from the interior of Earth is called geothermal energy. The steam rising from Earth's surface due to heating inside Earth is used to generate electricity. One such project is located in Parvati Valley near Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and other is located in Puga Valley, Ladakh. Now, this is what are minerals. Now, how we have to conserve the minerals, all these minerals, because conservation of mineral is also very important. If we are not conserve those mineral, it will not left for future generation. So, it is also very important to conserve all mineral resource. And why we need to conserve? Because the total volume of workable mineral deposit is only 1% on earth crust. The geological process of mineral replenishment are indefinitely small in comparison to the present rate of consumption. कंजम्पशन तो मिनरल का ज़्यादा हो रहा है और उसको रिप्लेनिश करना जो है वो उस प्रोसेस में बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम रहा है, तो इट विल नॉट बी देयर फॉर फ्यूचर जनरेशन. सो इफ़ वी वांट दैट मिनरल्स वर स्टिल देयर फॉर फ्यूचर जनरेशन, देन वी मस्ट यूज when we must conserve mineral in a very rational manner. Mineral resources are therefore non-renewable. Continue extraction of ore leading to increased cost as mineral extraction come from greater depth along with decrease in quality. Improved technology need to be constantly involved to allow use of low-grade ores at low cost. Recycling of metal using scrap metal and other substitute are steps in conserving our mineral resource for future generation. So these are the ways in which we can conserve mineral. Alright. With this we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask. Alright. In next video, we'll continue next chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.